I'm all out of my DIY homemade dishwashing liquid. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. If you've ever wanted to know how to make your own, maybe to get around some of those iffy chemicals that you're not sure of that's in your dishwashing liquid, stick around and see how I make mine. I'm Heather. If you're new here, I'm Heather. I live here in South Carolina with my family, and we try to do as much for ourselves as we can. And today we're making dishwashing liquid for ourselves. So stick around if you'd like to see how we do it. So I have 6 cups of water in my pot, and I've started warming it up. I want to heat that up. And I have my handy dandy little kitchen Bible out. That's what I call it. Because if I lost this, I would be very, very lost. Anyway, every time I make something like this, what I like to do is write down what I'm doing and then any notes. Just like I have a note from June 2024 to make sure the pot is big enough or it may overfill when you add baking soda and lemon juice, or maybe when you add lemon juice. I can't remember because I make it about every 4 or 5 months. So I can't remember. So I'll make little notes like that to remind myself. So I do have the big pot out because of that note. So anyway, I just want to mention that. This looks like this is hot, and I'm going to add the salt and baking soda. And both of those are 3/4 of a cup. Not unless you want to double it. And it looks like the last time I made this was in October. So it's the middle of February. So that's a plenty enough, big enough recipe for me. Lasts me 4 or 5 months, something like that. Okay, now you just want this to dissolve, the salt and the baking soda. You don't necessarily have to bring it to a boil, just whatever it takes to get that to dissolve. Matter of fact, I'm turning mine off because that's going to dissolve with it being this hot right here. And the salt in this is supposed to thicken it a little bit. And the baking soda, of course, is for cleaning. It removes food and germs and all that stuff when you mix it with your detergent. Soap, detergent, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and then we're going to add a cup of lemon juice. That helps with cleaning. And there's our fuzz, our foam, whatever I made a note about. But I have a small memory of that, and I did it in a smaller pot, and it foamed out onto my stove. So, and then I add glycerin. You wouldn't have to. This is just more for your hands to, soften your hands. Okay, so I'm adding a cup of glycerin. Just to try to add some softness for my hands. And then I also add aloe. Half a cup of aloe. And those two things are just things I add for just to help condition my hands a little bit. All right, and then we add the sow suds. At the end of this, I'll pull all this a little bit closer for you. The water was 6 cups of water. So far we have 6 cups of water, 3/4 cups of salt, 3/4 cups of baking soda, 1 cup of lemon juice, 1 cup of glycerin, half a cup of aloe, and now we're going to add 6 cups sow suds. And I ordered this from their website. Seems like when I first started looking for it, they have free shipping. I mean, it could be different now. But whenever I'm always comparing prices, and it was cheaper or just as cheap to order directly from them. So that's what I've done since I've been ordering it. I think I've gotten it 3 times now, this gallon, because I can also use this in my hand soap for my bathroom and my liquid laundry detergent. I use this in that. Okay, 2 more cups. And then we're just going to mix this really good and put it in a storage container to use it when we need it. I'm going to refill my bottle for the sink, and I have another gallon jug, empty gallon jug that the suds came in, and I just put the excess in that, refill it when I need it. I will and it's just warm now. It's not hot, so I think I'll be fine going on and putting it in my containers. But it looks good, and it's hot right now, so it's pretty thin, if you can see that. But as it gets cooler, it'll thicken up some, but this is not going to be thick like your Dawn dishwashing liquid. It's just not. It's not going to, any of my homemade products never turn out like that. They put all kind of different things in it to probably, and they work really well, but I'm not going, I've decided that it's more important to not have those chemicals in my life, and our ancestors for years were able to use things. Some people at one point in history probably only used water, so I don't think we need all these strong chemical detergents that we use. We're not that dirty. But anyway, I really like this one. And you can take this as inspiration to make your own. I've watched lots of videos, read lots of blogs, and I took different things from each one and as inspiration and made something that I liked, and then tweaked it and made it where I liked it a little more and tweaked it. And, every time to where I get to where I have a product that works for me and my family. So I hope you can take this as inspiration to do something for yours, and you might have to tweak it. Oh, I almost forgot. Essential oils. I'm going to put some cinnamon and cloves in this one. I wrote down that I also use tea tree and lemongrass. I've done that in the past. I cannot remember from time to time how much I use of something or what I put in it. That's why I write it down. But I think the cinnamon and cloves will be nice, and they're antibacterial. I might add a little bit more clove. And you don't even have to put essential oil. You could leave that out. I don't mind things not having a smell either. I feel like for this, these essential oils might have a function in this product. They're antibacterial properties. Okay, so I'm going to pour this up and get my bottles refilled. Just like that. Nothing crazy happened this time, so I don't have to make any major adjustments. And this is what, and I marked it 1024 the last time I made it. So I'm going to put a little sticker on there for this time. I like that too, because then I know, okay, well, that didn't last as long as I wanted it to. Maybe I'll double it this time, you know? So I'm going to put 225 on this one. Okay, so you can see it's about up to here without the bubbles. And then I got that much. I mean, of course, you have the bubbles here, but so this would have been almost full, you know, if we put it all in there. And I'll make a note that this time it made a whole gallon. Be able to put that in my bottle over here. Made about 1 gallon. And if there's something I really like about this one or don't like about it, I'll come back and make a little note. So in 4 months, when I remake it, I'll have a note about anything I want to change in it. Or you might learn something in between. Saw a video, read a blog, and said, I want to add that to my dish detergent because I didn't think about that. Inspiration, people. But okay, so Sal Suds, that is the soap I use for it. And like I said, I order this directly from their site. I don't make any money off of telling y'all that. Lemon juice, you can get that from anywhere. You can get it from dollar store. Baking soda. I got this big thing from Sam's, but you can get a little box from the dollar store. Glycerin, I'm sure I found that on Amazon. I've got to reorder some. Aloe gel. And whenever I was researching about making face products and things like that, they said you do not want to use fresh. I don't know why. They said don't use it. So I don't use it. And then salt. Got this big box from Sam's for things like this because I don't really eat this regular table salt. But I do use it in products that I make. So I hope this helped you. I hope this gave you some inspiration. And if you make dish soap, liquid dish soap, let me know what you do. Because like I said, I'm always looking for inspiration. Could be something I'm not thinking about. And I would love to know what you do. I know some stuff. You know some stuff. Let's share. See you next time.